Hi, class. Today I will be telling my own personal narrative, and the name of the story is The Christmas Corruption. December 25th, 2008. It was a beautiful snowy day outside when me and my family were inside preparing for a Christmas dinner with all the kids. We were opening our gifts, and it was a whole bunch of chitter chatter. Everything was going great. We all lived in New York City at the time, so the streets were very busy and there was constant traffic everywhere. I was normally the quiet person and always have been because of my personality, but so far the evening started out pretty good. Once the food was done, we all gathered to the table and noticed that we were missing someone. We were all going to say our grace, but at this point, I had to bring it to their attention. So the first thing everyone started to do was panic. And that was the downfall of the situation because my grandmother had a bad heart at the time, and to hear about her grandchild missing wasn't good for her health. We all tried to calm down, but it wasn't until my cousin Andrew yelled, "We need to come up with a game plan." And Andrew was 20 and can be described as a little bit childish, but him saying this was a big bonus. Our first mission was to check all over the house. We checked the basement, upstairs, and even outside around the house. There was no luck. All the clothing and furniture was just a complete mess. So the only option left was to call the police because at this point our hope was going down the drain, and he was only 4, so we didn't know what could possibly happen to him. My grandmother was shedding in tears, and we just felt that this Christmas was going to be a whole disaster for all of us. My mom was then able to speak with the officer and explain his physical appearance. He was 3 feet tall and 8 inches with dark brown hair. The last thing he had on was blue jeans, a red sweater, and a blue hat. They then began to send out the search team, and they went all around New York City looking for him. At this point, we were all praying and sitting in the living room. Then, about 2 hours later, we got a call from one of the officers. Everybody stood right around my mother, breathing all over her neck, not only to find that he got hit by a car. At this point, we all started crying, yelling, and throwing things. When I say this was a very sad moment for all of us, things ended up never the same. Now I'm going to discuss the whole moral lesson of the story. And it is to never give up on someone you love no matter how hard it is at times. They lost hope, but they still kept fighting, even though it ended bad. And if you notice in the story, I was the one who was known as the quiet person, and people looked over. And we don't come to realize that those are the ones who are more observant, which led to the conclusion. And my purpose of planning the story is really to reflect on my own personality at times because I'm quiet at times and I can be very observant when I'm around others and no matter where I am.